welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda for all those who don't know, and I would like to thank all of my new subscribers for joining the family. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribed button and the little bell next to it so that you can stay updated and informed when I upload a new hair growth video. Now today we're going to be talking about how I make my fenugreek oil and the benefits it has. Fenugreek has a lot of benefits. I mean, they have the seeds, you can buy the pills, you can buy the powder. I think they even have a fenugreek essential oil, and you can buy, I think they sell fenugreek oil maybe online. I haven't seen it in stores, but you can buy fenugreek oil, or you can do like I do and make your own. Now, fenugreek, it does a lot for the body. It helps with the hair. It helps prevent graying, gray strands of hairs. It helps to promote growth. It helps with the shine. It helps with your skin. It helps with acne and dry skin. It can help with like preventing cancer. And the most popular way that people usually know of fenugreek is usually like breastfeeding. It helps with the production of milk if you're kind of low on your production. But instead of talking about all those different things, I'm only going to be talking about what it does for my hair. Fenugreek oil is a good source of protein, and it also has something called nicotinic acid in it that penetrates the hair shaft and strengthens the hair from the inside out, all the way from your roots to your tips, and it helps to prevent breakage. It helps to prevent hair loss. And fenugreek oil also has a hormone in it that helps to promote hair growth. It also helps with follicular problems. So if you've had any follicle damage where you've braided too tight, or maybe had some sewn in weaves that pulled too tightly or created a bald spot, it helps to treat those follicular problems so that hair will start back growing in those areas. So fenugreek oil does a lot of things, and I personally started making it because I wanted my hair to thicken back up. When I was dealing with my hormonal issues, my hair started getting really thin. It was almost like postpartum shedding again. And so I wanted to thicken my hair back up, as well as try to retain my length and strengthen my hair again. So how I make it is I get a mason jar, any old mason jar, and you can use coconut oil or olive oil, but I use the olive oil instead of the coconut oil. Most of the recipes I looked up, people were saying they use coconut oil, but this is the one I got. Now, I did not see anyone using any other oils besides those two. I'm not exactly sure why, but I assume that coconut oil and olive oil are the best oils to infuse other ingredients with. So I use, organic olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And then I use organic methy seeds, which are fenugreek seeds. And I would suggest organic because they're just the best type of seeds to get. You don't want any chemicals to be leaching in your oil if you use some fenugreek seeds that aren't organic. Fenugreek or fenugreek seeds, they smell like maple syrup. So your oil will smell somewhat like maple syrup. I have no problem with that. It smells sweet to me. And it doesn't. Get your mason jar and you get your fenugreek seeds. I put maybe a half a cup of fenugreek seeds into my jar. Usually it's like right up in here. I mean, you don't really have to measure it, but if you need a measurement, maybe like a half a cup to about right here. And then I pretty much pour all of this oil into the jar on top of the seeds. The oil usually stops probably up here, so I don't know how much oil that is, just the whole, let's say 16 ounces. And then after you have your your jar, I can't talk. After you have your fenugreek seeds and your oil in the jar, get a pot of water, fill your pot of water up, and then put the jar inside the pot. You're gonna put it on the stove you're gonna put it on the stove for on low to medium heat. You don't want to boil it. If you boil it, you might end up bursting the jar or something if it gets too hot. But you just want to heat up the oil. So you're gonna sit this jar inside of a pot of water, turn it on to low, maybe medium heat before it starts to boil, and just let it sit there for like 5-10 minutes. And then after this has heated up, you should be able to still pick it up with your hands. Just take it off the stove and just let it sit on the counter for 24 hours. And then the next day, after 24 hours, do the same thing. Put it back in another pot of water, let it sit there and heat up on low heat. Not boiling water, but low heat, just to heat up the oil so that the nutrients from the seeds could leach into the oil. And for like 5-10 minutes, and then take it off and let it sit there for another 24 hours. So it would be sitting for 48 hours in all. It's a 2-day process. And then after that, you can strain the seeds from the oil and put it in. It's suggested that you put it in like a dark bottle so that it can stay fresh and last longer. So I just put it in this. All of this is fenugreek oil, just pure fenugreek. If you want your fenugreek oil to be more potent, you can do the exact same thing with the same oil. So what you do is, after your 2-day process and you've strained your seeds out, just get another half cup of seeds and put it in the same oil. And then do it again for another 2 days. Put it on the stove in a pot of water, let it sit there for 5-10 minutes, heating up on low heat. And then after 10 minutes, take it off, let it sit for 24 hours, repeat the process the next day. And that way, you will have probably like double the nutrition inside of the oil, double the nutrients of the fenugreek seeds inside the oil. And you can do it honestly as many times as you want, depending on how potent you want it to be. I think I did my first batch only a 2-day process, and then I think I did a first batch a 4-day process, and then I did another one for just 2 days. And that's it. You may want to know, I bought my fenugreek seeds and my jar, my glass dark jar, both on Amazon. I think this was maybe $7 or $8. I think this was like $6. So they both were pretty cheap. And as you already could see, this is still really full. And I've been using my fenugreek oil, I want to say for about 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm going to make another video on my hair oil and how it's been going. But I've been using it so far for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I made my first batch probably close to a month ago. So I still have some in my bathroom that I poured into an applicator bottle to make it easier to put on the parts and everything. And so this is probably going to last a good 2-3 months, because this is a lot of oil. So for $14, I think that's pretty good. And as you can see, I've, like I said, been using it for a couple of weeks, and this hairstyle looks super raggedy and old, and it's only been in for a week. Yeah. So it's been doing something, because I only put it in like every maybe 2 days, sometimes every 3 days, depending on if I was tired or something. But right after I put it in, usually my head is just itching. It's itching in the same way it was in my inversion method video. I was talking about my scalp just itching a whole lot. And it's been itching like that a lot. Like, it's itchy now. And it's not like flaking or anything. It's just itchy. And so I assume it's because my hair is growing. You know, maybe the different oils that I put in there. Because, you know, in my last video, I said that I was going to make my own oil. Use fenugreek oil, but put some other things in it. I'm going to do an update on that probably after about a month of using it. And I will get back to you guys on my results. Hopefully it is actually growing. And we'll do another length check and see what's happening. But that's it, you guys. That is all the information that I have. That is how I make my fenugreek oil. and let me know in the comment section if you plan on making it and how it's going for you. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.